Hey everyone, my name's Ursi and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about all the books I think I'm going to read in the month of December. So if that's something you want to see, then stick around. So a few changes to the setup. I got the Christmas tree behind me, got some decorations. The place that I'm sitting at, I have to have the light a little closer to my face. So I took off my glasses just because it was just all ring light in the lenses. So I just took them off because it really annoys me when I see it when I'm editing videos. So I hope you don't mind my face. But I also got the curly hairs back. I just washed my hair yesterday, so lots of visual changes, but we're here to talk about the books. So for the month of December, I'm not going to get that much reading done. As I say this, I'm looking at the 3 books that I have right here. One of them is like massive. I don't have that many books to read. I'm only going to talk about 5 books that I plan on reading this month. And it's only 5 for now, simply because at the end of the month, I'm going to be going to New York with my husband and my daughter. We're going to go visit family, and I'm staying at my cousin's house. So shenanigans will ensue, especially with us going back to New York, our old playground. So not much reading is going to get done. But these are the ones I do hope to get to. But on top of that, there's a readathon going on for the month of December. Back in June, I participated in the Olympics readathon with the Shelf Space Discord. And for the holiday season, or through the month of December, they're doing the Reindeer Games Bingo Readathon. So they had to switch up the format because there was just so many participants in the one in June. So they had to kind of reformat this readathon in order for the amount of participants that are anticipated to join in. So it's just pretty much a bingo card. So I'll put up an image of the bingo card, and you can kind of just pick and choose which 5 in whatever row you want to do. And once you hit bingo, you send it in to somebody on the Discord, and you're entered into some kind of giveaway or something. I don't know. But I thought it'd be fun to do. I only picked 5 books to do, and they just so happen to coincide with a bingo row right dead center in the middle. So I'm going to talk about each of the books, what they are, what it's about, and how it corresponds to the Reindeer Games Readathon. Let's get started. We're going to start with my current read, and that's The Hod King by Josiah Bancroft. And this is the 3rd book of the Books of Babel series. So I just started this book a couple days ago. I'm only like 30 pages in. It's been a busy few days. But yeah, I'm on the 4th chapter, and it's 39 pages in. I won't say too much because then it kind of spoils the other 2 books. But both of the other 2 books I gave 5 stars to. Like, this series is looking like a 5-star series throughout. So I'm really happy to be getting to this one. So far, so good. It's a really strong start to this book right here. And the prompt that this one fulfills will be a long winter's night, a book over 500 pages, or a manga over 1,000 pages. And this book specifically is 567 pages. So this one fulfills that prompt, and I'm really excited to get to this one right now. Book number 2 that I'm definitely going to get into this month is going to be Wolves of the Kala. And this is the 5th book of the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. And this one fulfills O Tannenbaum, a book set in a forest. And I didn't know that this was going to be set in a forest. I was like, I wonder if it does. And then the first sentence of the description says, Roland Deschain and his quartet are bearing southeast through the forests of Midworld. But yeah, this book I picked up luckily at the library sale at my local library. And I got this guy for $5, and it's practically brand new. So that's pretty awesome. So I'm really excited because this one has some of the illustrations. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into this one. Right after I finish The Hod King, I'm just going to jump on in. So there we go. Book number 2. Book number 3 is going to be an audiobook. So the one that I am going to get into is Straight On Till Morning by Liz Broswell. and this is one of the Twisted Tale books. This is a Peter Pan retelling where I think Wendy goes into Neverland with Captain Hook instead of with Peter Pan. So it kind of twists up the story a little bit. So this one is going to fulfill "'Tis the Season," a book with red or green on the cover. And this book is very much green. So that'll be the one that I will use for this prompt. Book number 4 is going to be The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. And this is a YA contemporary book written in verse. And this one is going to fulfill "Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal," a book with a young protagonist. So in this one, our main character, her name is Xiomara, and she is in high school. So she's pretty young. This will be a reread for me. I want to use this book for this video idea that I saw over on Brandon's bookshelf, where he did like a favorite chapter tag, or like the best chapter tag. And so I thought that this book would be really perfect for it. I really resonated with the character in this book, and this is one of my favorite books. And besides, I've been wanting to reread this for a while because this is one of my favorite books. Very beautifully written, and I'll probably listen to the audiobook while reading this because Elizabeth Acevedo is the narrator of this book. She does an amazing job. But anyways, this book follows Xiomara, and she is a young girl living in New York City. Her parents, I think her mom is Dominican. I'm not sure if her dad is Dominican too, but he's either Dominican or Puerto Rican. But there's this disconnect between her and her parents. I just feel like I really resonated with this book so much. She finds an escape through poetry and reading poetry. Yeah, this is just a really great book. So it's a really fast read, especially because it's written in verse and it's YA and it's short. So this should be a really fast read, and I really want to get into this one very soon this month. And so the very last book that I want to get into this month, it's called A Carnival of Ash by Tom Beckerlich. Now this book has not been released yet. I actually got approved on NetGalley to read an arc of the book. So I have it on my phone. I've only read like the first chapter, but this one comes out in spring of 2022. So I'm really excited to get into this one because it sounds right up my alley. This one, just real quick, is going to cover Festivus, a book that makes you laugh. I didn't know it was going to make me laugh until I read the first chapter, and I thought it just fit perfectly with this. So I'm going to read the description of what this book is about because I don't want to mess it up. So this book is an extravagant lyrical fantasy about a city of poets and librarians, a city that never was. Doesn't that sound awesome? All right. So Cadenza is the city of words, a city run by poets. Its skyline dominated by the steepled towers of its libraries, its heart beating to the stamp and thrum of the printing presses in the printing quarter. Carlo Mazzoni, a young wordsmith, arrives at the city gates, intent on making his name as the bells ring out with the news of the death of the city's poet leader. Instead, he finds himself embroiled with the intrigues of a city in turmoil, the looming prospect of war with their rival Venice ever present. A war that threatens not only to destroy Cadenza, but remove it from history altogether. I think that sounds great. And reading the first chapter, I was already laughing. Like, it sounds like it's going to be political intrigue and lyrical writing with a lot of good comedic relief throughout. Like, this book sounds amazing, and I'm already reading it on my phone because I don't have an e-reader, so I gotta read it on my phone. But I'm really excited to get into it because it just sounds perfect. A book about books and Italian inspired cities, I'm sure, because it's Cadenza, Venice. Like, I love Venice. Yeah, it just sounds perfect. So I'm really excited to get into this book. But yeah, those are the books that I plan on reading in the month of December. It's very short and sweet. If I'm able to throw in more books, I will. And I'll just talk about them as they come along. But yeah, that's going to be it. So I hope you guys like this setup. I thought we did a pretty good job with our Christmas tree back here. Yeah, I'm really excited for the holiday season. I can't wait to go to New York and see my family. I hope you guys have an amazing month, amazing reading month. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books or if you plan on reading any of these books. Let me know what you think of the Carnival of Ash, because I think that sounds really great. Also, let me know what you're reading this month. I love hearing what other people have on their radar, what they plan on reading. It just gives me more ideas. My TBR is never ending. I love getting new book recommendations, so just give me all the recommendations because I want them all. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.